So today's thing is to make a steel sign for Bibi. Bibi is what my youngest daughter calls her grandmother. She wanted to be Bibi, which is Swahili for grandmother. So that's cool. Anyway, it's her birthday tomorrow, and I'm going to use this type of rod to make a nice piece for her to put on her garage or something like that. I thought you'd be interested. Kind of crooked. So I decided to use the rollers, and yes, I am aware that you're supposed to use this particular rollers with flat, but you've got to piss with the dick you've got. And looking at my little guide, what I've drawn up, I think that's quite cool. What I'll do is I'll straighten it out a little bit. I think the best thing to do is to get all of the pieces bent how I want them, and then I'll start doing the fabricating after that. Okay, so whilst the DJI cameras batteries are recharging, I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of what I'm going to do here. I wanted to mount it, it's going to go on like a garage wall or something like that for Bibi's garden. So I've been given some thought on how to mount it, and I didn't want to put like a couple of bars across it at the back and weld straight onto them because I think they look a bit crap. So what I'm going to do is use some of this flat bar, and I'm going to put a piece flat like that behind it, and then another piece up here, and then I'm going to stand off by a good like 1.5 inches, something like that. So then this can have the fixing holes for the fasteners and be painted a different colour, and it'll look really cool. And I'll use some of this rod, I'll cut some rod equal lengths, and then they can be welded on, and all will be well with the world. Now that's the current plan. I'm going to ponder it for a few minutes and probably do something completely different. So I just need a couple of eye dots. Well, I'm quite pleased with how that idea turned out. All I've got to do now is transfer it to the two pieces of steel. So there it is, steel work finished. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. I've got my piece of wood with the holes drilled in it. Just a piece of scrap from something else. It kind of completely made it up as I went along. The thing I printed out, it was just to get an idea of proportions of the letters. I wasn't looking to copy that. Otherwise I would have probably laser cut something. But for a Saturday morning in the workshop, I think that's alright. All I need to do now is look through the shed and see what paint I've got. I think I'll blast it with a load of grey primer. I guess it depends on what I've got. I might go out and get some more paint. I think I've got some red. I need red and black. I want the back part to be black and the front part to be red. Well, the better 3/4 has suggested that Bibi might like to paint it herself or leave it to go rustically rusty. Is that right? Rustically rusty? Yeah. And so rather than paint it up, I'm going to leave it just as is. It has got that primer on it from where I made the stencil, so I'm going to leave that. But whilst I've been handling it, I've seen a bit of spatter and stuff like that, so I'm going to clean that up. It's a shame I haven't got a shot blaster cabinet here, because I'd go over it with that. But it's all good.